today I wanted to bring you a makeup tutorial based on the MAC's Magnetic Nude collection. MAC comes out with collections every now and again, and for January of 2014 they came out with one that's personally been my favorite in a long time called Magnetic Nude, and it's a bunch of super champagne-y, super bronzy, super golden tones that just look flawless, honestly. And I went out and I purchased some things from the Magnetic Nude collection, and I actually swatched them on my blog. So if you want to see actual photos of the colors in daylight versus room light and how to use them and that kind of stuff, I'll link you to the blog post that I put out. But I wanted to use those colors and what I kind of purchased to create something that's really amazing to show you guys kind of how to rock the runway trends. Definitely one of the biggest makeup runway trends for 2014 is these champagne-y, glossy, bronze faces and eyes, and champagne and lace inspired with shimmer and candlelight textures and colors and bronze lip glow. And this is normally something that I would wear during the summer, but because it is so on trend for winter and spring, I feel you can use this in winter, use spring, summer, even take it into fall, add a little bit of purple or add a little bit of green. But I just wanted to show you guys kind of how I've been wearing the stuff from the collection and how you guys can recreate this look. So without any further blabbing, I will shut my mouth and show you guys how to get this look. To start off with my face, I applied Benefit's Porefessional primer, which is amazing at making your skin look smooth, and I also applied a Stila Foundation. But the first thing that we're going to do is actually start on the face as opposed to the eyes or anything else. Because the blush and the bronzer that we're using are very magnetic, kind of golden, these really rich colors, everyone's face reacts differently, but usually if you leave it on your face, it sets in better. So if you were to do, you know, blush and contour very last, they might look really harsh, you might have to blend them out a lot. We're actually going to apply these first to allow our skin to kind of get a little bit, to kind of let them soak into our skin so they look natural and flushed, like they're coming and glowing from within, as opposed to sitting on top of our foundation. So the first thing I'm going to be using is Gold Deposit from MAC. This is a dark but warm contour. I'm going to be applying this with a Sigma brush, and I'm just going to apply it to where I would naturally apply contour, which for me is underneath my cheekbones and a little bit on my nose. Next, I'm going to take a brush with hardly any powder on it. If you're looking to cover, you really want to use a pad to really get coverage. But if you're looking to just sheer something out, take a brush and very lightly sweep. So I'm going to start on my nose. I'm just going to kind of sweep this in, combine it a little bit, and you can always apply more if you blend out too much. And I'm going to start here and just kind of work my way up, so that now that that's set and it's a little bit buffed out, we can start applying our blush. This blush is from the Magnetic Nude collection. This is called Pleasure Model, and it is a very, very warm color, a warm, rich, dark color. I would call this similar to NARS's Oasis, or to Teos maybe. So when applying this, you do want to be mindful that it is a very, very dark color, and I'm just going to take it on a brush, kind of buff it into the brush, and just apply this evenly to both cheeks. Now that that's applied, you can even take a little bit of this kind of onto your temples, just because when you're using very, very colored blush, sometimes you want to kind of buff it into the rest of the face so it's not just, boom, clown face. It looks a bit more natural. I'm also just going to streak a little bit down the sides of my neck, and that kind of brings the color full circle. So again, it's not just like this one big pop of color. Next, I'm going to apply the slightest bit of a highlighter, and I'm going to be using this kind of what is this called? Fusion Soft Lights Baked Stardust from Smashbox. This is gorgeous. It has a bunch of different colors, and you could take them all, but for me, I'm just going to focus on taking the lighter ones, so I'm avoiding that streak of color in the middle. And I'm just taking this very lightly on a brush from, I think this is from Costco, and we're just going to apply this to our highlighting areas to give us a nice sheen. So I'm applying it just to the top of my cheekbones, and then just down the stripe of my nose. Looking direct on, you can't really see it, but when I move a little bit, you can really see there's like a shimmery glow there, and it really just adds that extra dimension to this look. Last but not least, I'm going to take this brush again and just kind of combine these three, just kind of buff out evenly and make sure that these are well combined. Next, I'm going to do my eyebrows before we get into eyes, and everyone does their eyebrows differently. I do have an eyebrow video if you'd like to see that. I will link it to you. But do your eyebrows however you like, or watch that video. Once I apply my eyebrows, I will be right back. Now that I've got those on, it's time to move on to eyes, and because these are really shimmery, beautiful colors, we really want them to glow and to really blend in together well. So I'm going to be using an eyeshadow primer. I'm using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Use whatever you like. I'm just going to apply a touch of this to my lids and blend this in with my finger. I personally like Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Smashbox is amazing. If you don't have a primer, you can use foundation, just to kind of even out the color, but I would recommend investing in a primer if you haven't already. Just because the primer is better for crease proofness, and a foundation, all that will do is kind of even out the skin on your eyelids as opposed to actually adding long wear protection. Next, I'm going to start with a fluffy brush. This is Sedona Lace number 305. It's just kind of a flat paddle brush. I think it's like a 239 from MAC. And the color that I'm using for both a little bit on my highlight and my inner corner is a natural Flirt, and this is a gorgeous champagne-y color. It's super on trend for runways. This is what everyone's wearing, and it really just makes your eyes look bright and awake and alive. So I am using a Sedona Lace 305. I think this is similar to a 239, and I already applied a little bit, but my camera battery died, so I'll just do it again. But I'm just going to be applying this to the inner corner, kind of the inner tear duct, to make us look awake and bright. And I'm also going to be applying this kind of to the arch of my brow and a little bit down here. This highlights the brow bone really well, and also if you haven't like waxed or tweezed or threaded or plucked your eyebrows recently and you have a couple little hairs sticking through, what's great about this is that it actually kind of holds on and latches onto those, and because it's a little bit shimmery, it kind of hides the fact that they're there. If you use a matte color, that's usually best if you just, if you don't have any straggly hairs, because it will show a little bit more texture and a little bit more if you have anything poking through. But if you're trying to hide something, then shimmery is the way to go, just because the light reflects it and it distracts from that. So now that I've done that, it's time to move on to the second color. This next color is Sweet Heat, again from the Magnetic Nude collection. Gorgeous, gorgeous bronzy color. I think this is probably like a favorite for summer. This is super bronzy, more bronzy than other colors. I'm going to take the same brush, apply it to both sides, and I'm just going to apply this to the middle of my lid and really blend this in. And as you can see, like, it almost makes the lid look wet just because it's such a gorgeous kind of shiny, I don't know, just like a shiny texture and a shiny color. But you just want to apply this to the middle of your lid and kind of mix it in with the first color, just so that way it looks seamless and it looks like one color just fades into the other. I'm also going to take this brush right on its end so that I get it just kind of down the tip, and I'm going to apply this to my bottom lash line. I'm just going to sweep this right on the lash line for a little bit of shimmer down here. It's not super noticeable, but it just adds a little bit of shine, which is perfect and what we're looking for. Now this one is just from NYX Cosmetics. Just use any matte color because we have two very shimmery colors. We just want to go with something matte. This is called Own the Night by NYX. I would say it's kind of like a grayish, it's definitely a brown grayish purple, kind of like Hoax from MAC, but a little bit darker and richer. So I'm just going to take this on a pencil brush, and if I can find it, I'm going to take it on a pencil brush. This is a 219 from Sigma. You can use a 219 from MAC or anything else. And I'm going to apply this to my crease and this outer V. This outer V is going to really open up our eyes, kind of the outer third of the eye, and also gives kind of a line to our eye. I'm also just going to bring this kind of straight up into the crease, and we're not going to go all the way over. We're just going to go, in the outer corner and about halfway. Again, we can go a little bit on the lower lash line, but not as far over. I would say just about a fourth. Also, I'm leaving the inner crease completely free of any color, but if you feel like you want to really open up your eyes, I'm just going to apply a little bit into this pocket kind of on the inner corner. Not as far down as the highlight, but just a little bit here on the inside, which will kind of make our eyes look bigger and a little bit more bold. So now that I have that placement, we are going to blend this out. We just want to make it look seamless, so I'm taking a 224 blender. This one's from Sigma. You can use MAC or whatever. I'm going to apply a little bit of the natural Flirt, which is what we used originally, and I'm going to start where I want it lightest. So I'm starting here, kind of where we just applied that color to kind of make our eyes look bigger. I'm just going to blend this out a little bit. make sure that it doesn't look like we have any lines, and things just kind of fade into each other and they naturally look like they're supposed to be there. Once that's smooth and blended, you can kind of work over into the crease kind of like a windshield wiper motion. And I'm going to take just a little bit more and then work on this outer corner. Adding this extra color, the natural Flirt, just really helps us blend it in properly. So I'm going to concentrate on the socket, use little mini circles, just go ahead and go back and forth. Just play around this color until it looks the way we want it to. Sometimes blending removes a little bit of shimmer or color, so if you need to, just take a little bit more of this hot heat color and apply it just to the top of the lid where it was before. Now that our eyes are gorgeous and smoky and bronzed to perfection, we can go in with a little bit of eyeliner and a little bit of mascara. If you want, you can use lashes. I'm not personally. I am using the Atomic No. 6 eyeliner pencil from Sigma. They just came out with the Born to Be collection. That's where I got this from. The Born to Be collection is amazing. I did a blog post on it, so I will link that to you down below if you want to see it. Ooh, hello there, hair. But this is just a gorgeous pencil. It's kind of a brownish color, and you want to use this just to line your eyes. I'm lining my waterline, my tight line, and even a little bit on the actual lash line. Next, you can go in with mascara. I am using the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. This is honestly one of my new favorite mascaras that I am loving. It's pretty much amazing. It's a less expensive version of Dior Show, so if you really love Dior Show, I don't know if this has beeswax in it like Dior Show does, but it works pretty much the same. And it's got one of these really nice big brushes to grab all those lashes and make them look fabulous. I'm just going to apply this mascara. Last but not least, it's time to move on to lips. For this, these are both from the Magnetic Nude collection. I'm using Morning Rose lipstick, which is a cream sheen, which is very nice and moisturizing. And I'm going to be using Oh My Darling, which is this beautiful pink from a lip gloss from MAC. It's kind of shimmery. And I did a blog post with all the Magnetic Nude stuff, so go check it out. You can see swatches and see if it's something that you want to buy. But I'm going to start by applying this lipstick and just kind of, I'm just going to start by applying this lipstick. Now, I do have a little bit of foundation on my lips. That's fine, honestly, because we do want it to be a little bit darker in the middle. But if you want to, if you do get a lot of foundation on your lips, you can remove it with a Q-tip before going in with this next step. Seriously, such a gorgeous color. It's kind of like a shimmery version of Laugh a Lot. So next I'm going to go in with our lip gloss and focus on the inside of the lips. Because we have a lot of shimmer on our cheeks and a little bit on our eyes kind of as a pop, we just want to focus on the middle here so it's not just like glossy lips and overbearing. Next, to add the last bit of dimension and the finishing touch to this look, we're going to apply a little bit of eyeshadow to our lips. I'm going to be using Sweet Heat, which is what I used on my eyes, and I only want to apply this where I applied the lipstick and very, very lightly. So I'm taking this with my finger, I'm just going to apply it right to the middle. This kind of ties all the colors in together and gives your lips a little bit of glow. And because we're applying it over the gloss, it'll kind of fade in and it won't look super caked on. So only use a little bit. I'm using it on my ring finger and just kind of touch this on. And then press your lips together to combine. See how it gives that extra dimension and just pout to this one area? That's exactly what we're looking for. So that is it for the makeup. You can put down your hair, put on a cute outfit, whatever you want, and be on your way. So guys, that is all this look takes. I really hope that you enjoyed. Again, I think it's the perfect thing for winter and spring because of the fashion trends, and I think it will definitely translate into summer. So a blog post with all the swatches will be linked below in case you're interested in looking at colors of these. Everything will be linked below, like what I'm using and all that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions, check the bottom tab. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any other requests, feel free to let me know. But I love you guys, and I cannot wait to talk to you all in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.